And a good way to match your colors is that I usually put my color wheel right next to the color that I want to pick, color that I want to choose. That way I can get it as close as possible. That's the closest thing you can do if you can color pick. And I feel like that's a really good practice because then you start to see, you're training your eyes to see the different colors and whatnot. Yeah, that's exactly why I don't put my reference images on Photoshop, because it's so easy, right? You're like, oh man, I'm stuck, and then you'll just like go up to your reference image, use the eyedropper tool, and just pick your color. And I used to paint like that for the longest time, and I didn't really care. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna color pick, and then I reached a point where I felt like I wasn't learning enough, and I was just very dependent on just color picking for my reference image. So, and I also feel like when you use this method instead, where you're just not color picking, you're like trying to get as close as possible, there's also a little bit of human error involved, which is good because then it makes your painting look more human, right? There's always this little bit of there's a little bit of freedom that you have when it comes to picking your colors. Like even when I do these studies, like the colors that I